Hi everyone. Today we will study about plant defense against pathogen. What are the defense mechanisms employed by the plant to fight against the pathogen? So this topic is included under biotic stress. So what is biotic stress? When a plant is infected by living organisms, especially pathogen or microbes, okay, then this is the stress that is caused is the biotic stress. So to study this whole process, we need to know about some terms. So on the surface of the plants, there are some proteins known as PRR proteins, which is known as pathogen related proteins. Okay, on the surface of the plant there are some proteins known as PRR proteins. These proteins will recognize the pathogen proteins. So they act as a receptor for the pathogen proteins. Now, on the pathogen, on the surface of the pathogen there are proteins known as pathogen associated molecular pattern or microbe associated molecular pattern. Okay, so they will bind to PRR. Once this pathogen associated molecular pattern or microbe associated molecular pattern, once they both bind together, what will happen? There is a signaling cascade. What this signaling cascade will ultimately lead to? This will activate some defense related genes. Which will help in the defense response. Okay. Now, so this is a kind of immunity which the plant shows. So this type of immunity is known as pathogen triggered immunity, because the pathogen is directly binding to the receptor of the plants. Okay, so this is known as pathogen triggered immunity. Now, these pathogens also release some kinds of chemicals, some kinds of molecules. These pathogens also release some kinds of molecules known as effectors. Or elicitors. Now these elicitors, what will happen? They are when released, they will not bind to plasma membrane like MAMP and PAMP used to bind. So they will not bind to plasma membrane. What they will do, they will enter inside the cell. Okay, they will enter inside the cell. Inside the cell, they will be detected by a specific type of protein known as nucleotide binding LRR protein. Okay, so this protein, LRR protein, was produced by a gene named as R gene. So am I making any sense? What I said, that pathogen also releases some kind of molecule known as effectors, elicitors, which will go inside the cell without any receptor on the plasma membrane. Inside the cell they will bind with nucleotide binding. NB stands for nucleotide binding. LRR protein. Now LRR stands for what? LRR stands for leucine rich repeat. I'll show you later. So they will bind with LRR protein, and this LRR protein is formed from R gene. Now R stands for resistance gene. Now after this LRR protein, when it is binding to elicitors or effectors, there are several changes inside the cell. Among the several changes, it includes the change in ion flux, it causes a change in ion flux which causes the Ca2 plus to enter in. And there are several others I'll show you, which causes the Ca2 plus to enter in, as a result of which reactive oxygen species are formed. After which there will be several other responses like the formation of lignin, callose, formation of some other chemical substances known as phytoalexins, okay, etc. So this ion flux and all that, they are causing what? A kind of response named as hypersensitive response. So hypersensitive response is seen here after the R protein, after the LRR protein is activated. Clear? So again, to summarize, the plant will show two kinds of immunity. First is PTI, which is when pathogen directly binds to the receptor. Second is the ETI immunity, which is the effector triggered immunity. It's that when effector is causing the immunity. So E stands for effector, P stands for pathogen. Okay. So in summary, look here. Pathogen will have some proteins on their surface known as pathogen associated molecular pattern or microbe associated molecular pattern, which will bind to the PRR proteins present on the surface of the cell, due to which there is a kind of immunity activated, which is known as PTI immunity or pattern or PAM triggered immunity, which will activate a MAPK cascade, a kinase cascade, and ultimately it will lead to the defense related genes, activation of some defense related genes. Now when these pathogen release some molecules known as effector molecules or elicitors molecules, they are detected by nucleotide binding LRR proteins. Now these nucleotide binding LRR proteins, they are formed from R gene. Okay, they will activate the R gene. So these LRR proteins, they are the product of R genes. Sorry. These LRR proteins are the product of R genes, and once LRR proteins are activated, more and more R genes will be activated, and there will be several changes following that. There will be ion flux. So what changes in ion flux occurs? More and more Ca2 plus and H plus enters in, and hydroxyl ion and K plus exits. So efflux of hydroxyl and K plus and influx of calcium and H plus. Okay, so when this ion flux occurs, there is a hypersensitive response. This hypersensitive response causes the Ca2 plus to enter in also, and this Ca2 plus causes the oxidative burst. That means the reactive oxygen species are formed when more and more Ca2 plus enters in. So this oxidative burst have again several roles, and one of the role is the cell death in the region where the injury has occurred. Okay.